Monday Night Raw was another bad show.
What up, Marks?
As Monday Night Raw is on a downswing of ridiculous proportions. I mean, I honestly cannot believe this, how bad each episode of Monday Night Raw has become. It's extremely bad. So let's get into this. You already know it's Monday Night. Monday Night Raw finished up. It's our review. You already know what time it is. Let's get into it. So the show starts off with T-Bar and Mace. They still have the same name, no longer the Mask.
Yep.
I guess credit WWE with the continuity of keeping their names and not switching it on us. I don't know, but they have this weird, like, stupid little face paint. It's not good stuff. Just go with Dominic Dijakovic and Dio Madden. I mean, that's what it was. So then you have Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre have like an argument in the backstage, where Braun came off worse. Drew came off good to me in terms of the promo they cut against each other. Braun, when he rattles off a promo, sounds weird sometimes. I think he needs to say less. And yeah, I just think the verbiage they give him isn't good, doesn't fit the guy. And when he rattles it all off too quickly, it just doesn't sound good. Drew, solid promo. He's believable in everything he does. Makes a lot of sense. So it ends up being Braun versus T-Bar and Mace. That ends up in disqualification. Dio Madden is extremely awkward in the ring.
Yes,
right.
Much so.
Yeah.
Like, he needs a little more seasoning. I don't know if he's ready to be a top guy in Raw.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Now, he's extremely awkward in the ring, so that ends in disqualification. Here comes Drew McIntyre kind of save the day because they're beating him down afterwards. Drew McIntyre gets in, and then we have another tag team match between the four people. So this is like a 20-minute intro segment to Monday Night Raw, which is brutal. I mean, it's bad. And then, in the end, you have, because of Drew McIntyre and Braun Strowman miscommunication, they hit each other. Drew McIntyre hits him. They lose by count out. T-Bar gets in the rings before the 10 count, and that's pretty much it. I mean, not good stuff.
No, not at all. Just not a great way to start Raw. The promos by Braun weren't great. The Retribution thing, I mean, not Retribution anymore, just Mace and T-Bar, the whole look. You got rid of the mask, man. You got like the whole Tatanka mask thing going on. Paint's team looks like crap. The names still suck. That was kind of the worst part, was the names. You got rid of half of the issue. Just go full 100% and just take away those stupid names as well. And the match was, just to start off with, wasn't great. And later on, we got to see a whole hodgepodge of stipulations to get Braun. It's just not a great Raw. Another bad Raw. Yeah,
and then like I said, Drew McIntyre wants Braun later on in the show. I did like the exchange between him and Adam Pearce because I like the way Drew played it. He's waiting there, simple. I want this. You're gonna give it to me. As soon as he says, "I'll give it to you," right, and he just bounces. Like, I thought it was smart. Like, I thought it played off well towards Drew and his upsetness. I think Drew does very well in these little tiny spots where he's very, very, very believable. That's a big thing. He's very believable with a lot of little things that he does. So, especially in the promo department. So, and Braun wants the same thing, right? So, what's set up is that it's a triple threat at the end of the show. A singles match at the end of the show to make it a triple threat. If Braun Strowman beats Drew McIntyre, it's a triple threat at WrestleMania Backlash. Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman. So that's the way it's set up going forward.
Wild stipulation, just kind of random.
So the next thing on the show, you have The Miz and Morrison in the ring, and then you have Jackson Ryker and Elias in the ring, and they're gonna go into this, song and dance together, hip hop or hey hip hop, whatever the hell the name of the song was. They did it to make fun of Bad Bunny. So they go into this and they get interrupted by Damian Priest. Damian Priest comes out with the New Day, and then they start throwing tomatoes at them in the ring.
Yep, that was a thing. That wasn't the only thing that was being thrown today. A lot more stuff was thrown today.
Yeah,
this was corny. It was bad. It was a terrible take on Austin coming in with a beer truck, or even Kurt Angle coming with the milk truck.
Yeah,
like, I guess that's what they're going for, but this was awful.
Yeah,
awful. And stupid and corny, and just, I don't know. It didn't work for me.
This felt as corny to me as Dean Ambrose doing the ketchup and the mustard on Seth Rollins that one time.
Yeah, 100%. Kind of like the same. Like, it's slapstick comedy, and I know Vince likes that stupid stuff, but like, it doesn't. There's no seriousness behind it. Like, there's no high stakes where you're throwing tomatoes at each other. Like, just come on, man. What are we doing?
I mean, the play was because the Oscars were the night before, Sunday night, so they want to throw the rotten to the tomatoes out there. Adnan Virk was like hyping that whole thing up, which is pretty funny.
Which is great. I'm gonna really get behind that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then the match happens, right? It's the New Day, Damian Priest versus Miz, Jackson Ryker, and Elias. Because Jackson Ryker and Elias are a tag team now, so Miz is just the de facto person there. In the end, Woods gets the pin on Ryker and inside cradle. A nice little reversal that he pulls off on like a powerbomb type thing. It turns into the inside cradle. So it was good stuff there in the finish, and it was what it was. We'll see how this goes. Miz, I think they should have ended the Miz Damian Priest thing at WrestleMania. Bad Bunny should have been the payoff to that, right? It makes more sense for the Bad Bunny's going to pay off for that than to just keep it going. Ryker and Elias, so another tag team. So it's another tag team. You know, we have not seen the tag team champions since WrestleMania. What's that all about? I don't know.
Who are the tag team champions again? I don't even remember.
AJ and Omos.
Oh yeah. It's been 3 weeks. Wow, I can't believe they haven't even shown up yet. Is someone hurt? Like, what's going on? Come on.
Yeah, so I don't know what's the story with this, and we'll see. I guess they're building other tag teams, but, you know, it is what it is. Next thing on the show, we have Sheamus come out. He cuts a promo in the ring. Humberto Sheamus comes out, and it's another non-match. Sheamus, you know, just him and they go back and forth and beat each other up, and that's pretty much it. He had 3 drop kicks. Humberto did suicide dive, you know, over the announce table, and that's it. So, I mean, Humberto's doing something. I mean, what more can you ask for, right, from Humberto? He's on TV 2 weeks in a row against the champion, and this time he kind of gets the upper hand, so...
I mean, he's got no shot of winning, but if you could just have him around and get him some seasoning and get him some TV time and maybe get him, you know, maybe get him over. Who knows? Doubt it, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, at least he's around.
At least around. This next thing on the show is the best thing on the show, and it is what was thrown out there last week, which got me kind of excited because it'd be interesting to see, and we got it. RKBro. So it's not technically a thing yet, but it looks like they're headed in that direction, hopefully. So if you checked out my news and rumors episode, the daily episode for today, for Monday, drop it, you know, Monday through Friday every day. So I talked about Randy Orton requesting the Riddle feud. So I mean, he's down with it, right? So I think because the humor, it depends, because, you know, Orton is really close with Edge and Christian, and they have that similar type of humor that kind of Riddle does. It's kind of corny sometimes, but it's like it's dumb humor. So that's why it could work. And now they have a match against Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. They get the win.
RKBro.
And then it seems like they're gonna celebrate together and do the thing, you know. But, you know, Randy's not really having it, so he's some
growth, the development of RK-Bro.
Now we're gonna see an RKO right now.
No.
So he's hesitant a little bit, but it looks like it's gonna happen, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's good for Randy because it kind of gets him out of like having just another a singles opponent, and he's faced pretty much everybody over the past like 2 years, so something fresh for him. I think it's good stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah, and he's been really in a dark feud with you know, a lot of craziness with Signal on Fire with the Fiend and Alexa Bliss. So this makes like just a little more lighter. You get to see a different part of Randy where he's doing a little comedy segment with him, and it was funny. Last week it was funny. This week it was funny. So yeah, they have a good little repertoire, good little chemistry going. So I'm excited to see how this keeps going. It's gonna end up where Randy's just gonna mess with him at the end. Like that's kind of where it's going. But maybe we can get an extended run here of like, hey, this is actually working and people are getting behind it. And who knows? You know, they can make a fun run of it. Kind of like Jericho and Kevin Owens, like the best friends. Like we all knew that was gonna, you know, end in a match, but it was funny, it was hilarious, people enjoyed it. We'll see how it is in front of no crowd, but I don't know. I mean, they definitely have funny chemistry. It was fun. Like that's 2 weeks in a row where they're in the back and they're yapping back and forth. It was really good.
Yeah, it was solid stuff. So next thing we had was an interesting thing. We had Sonya Deville showing up on Raw. You know, she's just on SmackDown as like some type of management position that she's in, like assisting or working with Adam Pearce. So she's never been on Raw. It's the first time she shows up on Raw. She opens the back door, and Charlotte comes through. We thought Charlotte was suspended. She got fined $100K. There was rumors about her, a movie thing she was doing, or rumors about her when one of my news videos, daily news videos about her getting dental work and how long she would be out. So she's back. She gets in the ring with Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville has the referee that she beat up, that Charlotte beat up the week prior. They give him a name, surprisingly enough. They normally don't like to give these referees names other than Charles Robinson, who everybody just knows already, right? So
Little Nate.
Yeah, so you know, they do the thing in the ring. She's mean to him and kind of throwing backhanded, you know, stuff at him and all that. She gets reinstated. Whoop-de-doo.
In full.
So I mean,
that being said, I am happy to announce that Charlotte Flair's suspension has officially been lifted.
So, I mean, I guess the only thing you come out of this with is obviously Charlotte's a heel, but what is Sonya Deville's deal? What does she have to do with Charlotte. So she gets into Adam Pearce afterwards in the backstage. They kind of beef with each other a little bit. Adam Pearce not happy with it. So where is this headed? We don't know. Then she runs into Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke backstage. Obviously, they call back to Mandy and Sonya stuff. That was so good stuff for, especially on the Sonya side. And then she pretty much, defending Charlotte. So it's like, okay, Charlotte needs a match. It's going to be you, Mandy versus Charlotte. So we'll get that later on in the show. So I thought that was an interesting part that went down there. But in terms of matches, next thing on the show was Asuka, Lana, and Naomi versus Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and Rhea Ripley. It's interesting how they put Rhea Ripley with the heels. I guess it's all the champions, right? That's the only reason why they would do this. But it's kind of interesting how they would do it. Match was what it was. Jax gets the big leg drop. They get the win team. Jax, Baszler, and Rhea Ripley. Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much else to talk about here.
Yeah, I mean, they Mandy and what's her face? Forgot her name.
Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke. They threw water, right? A bucket of water at Nia Jax. She fell like a dumbass and was like swimming in the thing. I don't know. It was dumb. And Reginald's back. Good to see Reggie back. I don't know why he's around or what he does or what he adds to the team. He really doesn't add anything. But this is what we do. And it was interesting to see all three ladies with the belts at the end, I guess. I mean, I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but it's the women's tag division on the main roster. It just blows.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they turned Rhea Ripley heel in this segment. Don't know why they would. It's like they keep Asuka the babyface and then turning her heel, and then Charlotte's the heel too. I don't know. It's confusing. It's pointless. It doesn't make any sense as to why you would. It's not like the people were going to boo her anyways for you to make her heel. The Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose stuff is ridiculous and just corny, trying to make Jax look stupid, and this is what caused the Mandy situation with Sonya to be put in the match with Charlotte because they got involved in this match. And then here we go, Charlotte versus Mandy Rose, right? The Queen gets the win here. Charlotte gets the win, but she was upset with the ref because it's the same ref that she beat up the week before. So that was the whole story behind this whole thing. It was fine. It was a fine match. It was cool. But I think it's all leading up to Deville trying to make a play for Pierce's job in the end, and they just
which would actually be good. I think that's a great call.
Yeah, because I'm kind of tired of seeing Adam Pearce all the time on TV, right?
Yeah, he's just up there with Johnny Ace. It's just enough. I'm tired of looking at you every show all the time. He's been on NXT a couple times for crying out loud.
Yeah, and Mandy Rose continues to improve. She looks better in the ring as time goes by. Charlotte is just the heel, so it was good stuff between her and the ref. How she's been behaving with the referee and all that stuff like that. And then it might even be better if Sonya takes Pierce's job and pretty much Charlotte has her in her pocket, so could help for the heel character of having management in her pocket. So could help Charlotte in that aspect as well. So I mean, it might work out in the end. We just gotta see how it develops, but it looks like it's headed down that path. Next thing the show was the Drew McIntyre spot. So Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. The winner, if Braun Strowman wins, he gets into the triple threat match. And that's what happens because for some reason T-Bar and Mace interfere and a lot kind of help. It seems like they're helping Braun Strowman get the win, so they make a triple threat match. I'm not really sure if they're helping Bobby Lashley out. Why would Bobby Lashley wants to be a triple threat? Makes no sense. Yeah. So that's what happened. So they got into hit the power slam. Strowman wins and hit the triple threat. Yeah.
The power slam.
There it is. Braun's going to WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, I mean, it's just none of it makes any sense. That's why I said earlier, it was convoluted. The fact that this was even a stipulation that if you beat me, then you're in triple threat. Okay, whatever, I get it. You could have just made that a triple threat to start with, and it would have been fine. But then the fact that we're throwing in Mace and T-Bar, who are supposed to be on Bobby Lashley's side, that's kind of like the whole thing from 2 weeks ago, why they're even involved in this. And then they're gonna just help out, Braun, because now it's more difficult for Bobby Lashley because they kept throwing in the fact in that he can lose without being pinned or submitting, whatever. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just again back to the point of why did we get rid of the Hurt Business? Because it would have all made more sense if the Hurt Business was messing up Braun or something like that, and maybe they screwed up or whatever. But they didn't even. I don't know. It was just a mess, and it just I don't know. It just doesn't. Who cares? I just don't care. I don't care about WrestleMania Backlash, and this doesn't get me excited for it. And this triple threat that it's not gonna, Bobby Lashley's gonna find a way to win. It's just not. It doesn't feel important. So I mean, hopefully that the booking's better going forward. But this was just kind of dumb.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't make much sense whatsoever, but this is what we're gonna have. We got a triple threat match for WrestleMania Backlash. Now, before we end the episode and the review, let's talk about Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss had a backstage segment where, you know, she's doing the whole Lilly stick, right? She seems like she's gonna be in, you know, the women's division as a single star with the whole supernatural gimmick she's got playing. So what's the story with her and the Fiend? We didn't see the Fiend this week. We didn't see Bray Wyatt this week. So we don't know how that story's gonna play out and how the payoff is gonna be from that WrestleMania stuff. But the thing was here, she kind of, WWE just tries to do a jump scare. The Lilly doll is the stupidest looking doll. It looks so cheap and cornball. Like, why would she have this doll? Where was it the entire time? You know what I'm saying?
Bray, the entire funhouse is basically a bunch of stupid puppets. So
but that makes that's a little bit more plausible because of its whole like Mr. Rogers type of deal. So, but this is like, I don't know, whatever. But they do
gimmicks, baby. The gimmicks.
Yeah, they do the jump scare when she tries to, like, you know, think of a happy place type of thing, and then boom, the jump scare there, and it's just a big laugh. So
exhale. Think about how peaceful it is.
Big laugh. So shout out WWE for trying to scare people, because she scared my wife and she woke her up. So makes sense. I guess that's what the plan was from WWE there. But yeah, let's see how Alexa Bliss kind of turns this story into hopefully something good, because so far it hasn't been that great. Just in terms of the optics of it, because it looks corny. But yeah, that's the review we have for you guys today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember to drop a like on this video. It helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Promotes our videos out there for everybody to watch. Also hit the chair in the bottom corner before it hits you first, and subscribe to the channel. Notification bell, let new videos drop. All that good stuff. That's the end of the video. For this work, bro, that's a good job.
Later, box.